Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 6 stream. My name is Adam. I'm the community manager of Franchise Hockey. With me, as always, and pictured digitally on your screen is FHM producer Jeff. Say hi, Jeff.
Hey, everybody.
And we are back with our sensational 70s Vancouver Canucks in the alternate NHL. It's the 1973-74 season. Jeff, there is a lot of different teams in the NHL than there actually was. And you are doing mediocre. I want to say mediocre.
I'm not sure how you're getting that idea because we're actually doing really well this year. Just to back things up a bit and explain what we've done here, we started the sort of an alternate NHL back in the mid-'60s with the Canucks expanding ahead of everybody else and then the other expansion teams gradually coming in. And then since we're getting into the WHA years, now we've added some of those teams into the NHL. So what we've got now is a 22-team NHL, no WHA. And just scrolling to the standing screen here so you can get a look at what's in there. We made a little bit of a mistake when we were setting up Quebec and Winnipeg this offseason and didn't do the entry draft properly. So they've had to make do with just signing free agents and a couple of guys we traded to them. So, well, they're both have 3 wins through the first 40-something games. And was it Quebec or Winnipeg that just fired their, I think it was Winnipeg that just fired their GM.
Well, yeah, I mean, you refused to draft anyone, so
yeah, didn't exactly work out. And then you see the ridiculous goal differential. So we'll hopefully maybe help them out a little bit this coming off season. We'll do the next expansion better than this one. But anyhow, we actually had a kind of a disappointing year last year, but we bounced back this season. We're in first place in the division, tied for first in the conference. There, tied for first in the Campbell Conference because we've gone back to using the proper names, and third in the league. Well, tied for second in the league, really. The Wings with
the season being like Jeff in cheat mode. That's a great question from CS High 312 in the chat.
I have no idea what you're talking about, CSI.
And I said you're not doing very well because you haven't won 18 games with all these expansion teams. So.
Although we're having a great season. I mean, everybody's scoring this year. This is almost everybody's scoring. We lost Phil Esposito again for an injury this year. We lost him for about half of last year, which goes a long way to explaining why we did so poorly. And oh wow, he's slipped down to 3.5 stars. He's declining a little faster than I'd like. But we've had some of the younger guys start to come through now. Reggie Lee, who was looking like a write-off after a bad injury, a couple of bad injuries, I think, early in his career. You can see the way his career went, did nothing through the first 3 seasons, then started taking off the second half of last year, and this year he's almost at a point per game. And I don't think he's not even on our first line, is he? We got him, second line left wing, although we may need to move that with Hedberg being hurt. We do have a few injuries at the moment, so getting back to this, Hedberg is gone for just minor facial cut, not a big deal. So I'll just swap Bob Nystrom in with him for.
He hurt himself shaving.
Games. Yeah.
You gotta love the difference in salaries too.
Yep. Top end salary now is who's making the most? Tony Esposito, $120,000, $10,000 more than his brother.
Looking at this, so I'm just going to point out, Jeff, since it is January, you have a lot of guys on 1-year deals.
Fair point, but we're also pre-free agency, so it doesn't really matter. Well, we can get them, we'll get them all signed as we run down later in the season, although I should take a look, I guess, and see if there's anybody we want to re-sign that we can probably get cheaper now than we would at the end of the year. Don Mccloud, the backup goalie, good candidate there. It'll be the sort of lower-end guys that we can get for that. Andre Dupont, I think he's going to want a lot more than 11,000. 81,000 for 3. That's getting up there.
That is enough, yes.
Let me see if I can get him down to 76 for the first 2, and then I got him down by $500 a year.
Ooh, big savings.
Oh yeah. Oh, Leach, better get him signed soon because he's going to be going up rapidly. 64 for 3, yeah, absolutely no problem there for a guy that's potentially going to lead the league in goals at some point. Oh, geez, and Esposito, are both Espositos? Yes, both Espositos need re-signing. Okay, didn't realize that.
Yeah, I told you there were some guys to get done.
Okay, Tony Esposito, 165 for 6 years, which makes him, well, he already is our highest paid player. But going to bump him up even higher. For 6 years, real life, he started slipping late 70s, so I think we're going to get at least 4 solid years out of him on that. And by the point this runs out, the salaries will be 165,000 isn't going to be that big of a deal. So I will give him that. And his brother, who is declining faster, I'm hoping he only wants a couple. Oh, 165 for 4. Eh. I mean, he was still playing 78. Let's see if I can get him down. Not that much. Two at a lower, two at a higher. Nope, he won't move at all. No, he's my best player, so I'm going to have to do it and just hope that salary doesn't look too bad down the road. And we'll get the others later.
Fine.
And let's see. Yep, both Esposito brothers sign new contracts. DuPont does, Mccloud does, Leach does. So all of that taken care of. And we got Buffalo up. Give Tony Esposito in his new contract a start. 3-1 win.
Excellent. Guess he's happy about finally getting his new contract.
Yep. Didn't start to slack off immediately. That's a good sign. Leafs up next. I'm going to check the lines. Why is it telling me Mccloud should be starting? Just play this one more against Philadelphia, and we didn't. Yeah, oh, there. Oh, Cleveland. That was not, wasn't one of the other teams, one of the new teams that fired their coach. The Barons fire Billy Ray and bring in Al Arbor. Wasn't Arbor coaching already in this league? I thought he was somewhere.
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, he got fired from Cincinnati at the start of the year, really early, 2 games in. That's surprising.
Oh, yes. We talked about this because I said,
Yeah.
well, that's not the earliest. And then we talked about Peter Laviolette when he got fired.
Yeah, after 3 games. Speaking of Laviolette, here's the Flyers, and we beat them 4-3. Rene Robert for a star.
Or was that talking last week about how close I was getting to fired? I don't even remember anymore.
Oh yeah,
Things
it
are
was because
just
you were
blurry.
you were looking bad at the. No, that's why that's like that. Okay. Fix the starting. Why is Hedberg slow to recover there? Still day to day. And the other injuries we've got, Dave Dunn almost back from his dislocated shoulder, a couple of weeks away. Oh, and Ted Hampson from his strained ACL, although he's getting older and he's slipping fast. Yeah. Oh, Hedberg getting healthy again. Going to give Mccloud the start against the Leafs. 2-2 tie, not too bad. Wow, 36 saves for him. How are we doing points-wise? In first place in the conference and creeping up in Detroit now.
All right. That's not bad.
Oh, good. Dave Dunn is looking like he's close. Detroit trade with Montreal mostly. Oh, Chuck Leffley headed to Detroit. That could be a big pickup for them. And should be an easy win against the expansion Jets. Yep, 5-1 win. Reggie Leach back home in Manitoba, 2 goals. But we lost Jim Watson. Let's hope it's not too bad. Bruised ribs for a couple of weeks. And Hedberg is ready. Oh, Ted Hampson skating again. That's good news. Hedberg goes back into his old slot. Where was Watson playing? Second line. I think I will just swap Bouchard in there. Because we're about to get Dunn back. I'll eventually put Dunn in there. Oh no, still showing 1 to 2 weeks. Give Mccloud the start against St. Louis. And a big 6-3 win. Red Berenson, who's been a little quieter this year, 4 points. And Anders Hedberg, first game back from the injury, 3 points.
Not bad at all.
I'm pretty happy with that. Tony Esposito in against the Kings, and we scrape out a 5-4 win. Reggie Lee, 3 more points. And Bobby Clark. Speaking of Reggie Lee, 3 points for the Kings. Marcel Dion, 6-point night for Kansas City over the Rangers. Oh, we got to have the trading deadline coming up here, right?
Should be coming pretty quickly.
March 1st, and we are January, so still a month away. May want to look at a rental down the stretch. Although, I mean, we've got pretty good depth everywhere, don't we?
We're not bad.
And another
Maybe
win.
another defenseman would be okay, depending on who's available.
Yeah, even just like a 2-star guy for safety's sake if we get injuries. Because it's a bit of a drop-off to Gassif was our first-round pick. He's been doing okay, actually. 64 game rating. But then it's Bouchard down to 1 star after that. And I think Pat Quinn is the top guy on the farm team. And he's only 1 star, too. Back to the Flyers. Another 6-1 win. We are cruising here. How many wins in a row is this? 7-game winning streak. And yeah, no, we've passed Detroit for first place in the league.
Woo.
Now we're going to have a really lousy draft pick this year, but it's a really lousy draft, so nothing lost.
What? Is it a lousy draft?
Yeah, I was just looking at the amateur draft page.
This is the 75 draft, right?
This is the one, I think, where they went to the jump from drafting 18-year-olds to 19-year-olds. Yeah, if the ages are looking like that. So it's kind of the leftover draft.
Okay, but yeah, okay.
Although actually, it shouldn't be. Yeah, we've edited it, so it shouldn't be doing that.
No, we're at the 18-year-olds, but guys who went in the 75 draft, who because we were the year ahead, would have Brian Engblom was in this draft, so that wouldn't be a terrible ad. Don Edwards, Paul Holmgren. Oh, there you go, Paul Holmgren. That would fit with the rest of the way you've drafted this team.
Easy win over Houston. Put up 51 shots on him. Bob Gassoff, rookie, first-round pick, gets first star.
Round 15 pick Dave Taylor.
I think he'll be going a little higher than that.
CS High 312 says, how do you feel about the temporary realignment?
Did we hear anything official today? I thought that was still just rumored.
Nothing is official yet.
Yeah, I know. Sebastian and I were talking about it earlier today, and we've got a plan for what we want to do with FHM7 for handling that, and we'll elaborate on that soon. But I think we know how we're going to do that. Probably give you an option on how exactly you get it in the game, whether you want a full season or the mess that is this year. Gilbert Perreault extending with the Kings there. And Dunn and Watson both back at the same time. Watson is. And did Dunn get... Nope, he's still day-to-day, and so is Hampson. So we're going to be sending somebody down to the farm soon, I think. Don't really want to mess with this too much because we're on a huge win streak here. Leafs and Flyers. Wayne Thomas headed to the Leafs, who had him in real life around this time, I think.
Sometimes you got to take what you can get.
Throw the backup. Don Mccloud is still cold in against the god-awful Jets. 6-2 win for us. And we're still, it's still about 3+ weeks out for the trade deadline. Canadians extending Rogie Vachon, so they've still got that goaltending situation with Vachon barely edging out Ken Dryden for the time, but Dryden's having a terrible season this year. And Montreal is way below 500. They should really be trading one of those guys for oh, good God, a defenseman. They're playing half-star guys. That's a mess. They need some defensive depth. So Watson back in the lineup against Houston. And we somehow get shut out. That's the end of the winning streak. 5-0 by the Arrows. Jim Lorentz, a couple of goals for Houston. Denny Potvin, second star. Wow, I'm not sure what happened there.
Nothing good.
Hampson almost back. Dave Dunn almost back. Let's go with the same lineup and give them one more chance to redeem themselves after that losing the streak. And we somehow whoa, what went wrong there? Esposito, 9 goals against. Well, 5 goals against. Looks like he got pulled. But we lose 9-5. Stan Mikita playing in his thousandth game for the Hawks.
Not bad at all.
Minnesota looks like they might be making a front office change. Come on, where are these guys who were supposedly day-to-day? Yeah, back soon, but they've been saying that for a couple of weeks now. Rangers and Flyers. Gary Monahan for Tommy Williams. That's, yeah, American Tommy Williams, the older version of Tommy Williams. Oh, no, wait, is that the younger one? Can't remember which one he is. There were 2 of them.
Not sure off the top of my head.
Okay. Still day-to-day. Can't bring either one of them back yet. I'm going to swap Tiger Williams out for Kuhn Hackl because I think we're going to be sending Tiger back down to the farm.
Some more experience.
And up against Gordie Howe in the wings tonight. Let's see how we do against probably one of the top Stanley Cup contenders. 3-2 win. So we broke that losing streak. And back-to-back against the Penguins. Throw Mccloud in for the second one. Nope, 6-3 loss. So we're suddenly gotten a little inconsistent here. Oh, there we go. Finally, we got the injured players back. Okay, Williams down to the minors. I don't think I'm going to play Hampson yet. Let's keep him as rested as possible for the playoffs. He's only at 80% fitness anyhow.
Probably a good idea. Any chance for him to get a little bit more healthy?
Yeah, Gassoff swapping out for Dunn. And Bouchard to the minors. Just take a quick look at how the lines are. Yeah, I think that's how I wanted them. Yeah, no need for any major changes in there. We still on top? No, Detroit's passed us again for the overall lead. And we're about
Of course they have.
10 days out of the trading deadline, so once we get a little closer, I'll make a deal. Bobby Orr and the Bruins, assuming Orr is healthy, and he is not. Bobby Orr not in the lineup tonight. Good news for us. And we only get a 3-3 tie out of it. Wonder what's wrong with Orr now. Ah, fractured shoulder, gone for 2 or 3 months.
Disappointing for Boston.
Yeah, it's not the knee at least, but... Sabres up next. Another tie. 3-3 this time. And it looks like Ted Hampson will get to play now because Dennis Hextall got himself suspended. In against Cleveland and their new coach. How was that?
Said you gotta love when that happens. Suspension.
5-1 win. Phil Esposito in on all 5 goals. Who's leading the league in points now, just out of curiosity? Oh, Makita 108, Hall right behind him, Dion catching up. Sittler and Esposito, despite missing, 10 games it was, roughly? Still in 8th place. Bob Bond with a massive lead in shots blocked, probably because Winnipeg is getting a huge number of them sent at their net. How are those two doing anyhow? Quebec's still stuck at 3 wins, although they did get their first tie of the season, and Winnipeg has a couple more wins. And 1 week to go to the trade deadline. Take a quick look at the transaction screen, trading block, just to see what's out there. Ah, surprising, Colorado's trying to move Lanny McDonald. He was having a decent year this year. But we were
P-Wog's out here cheering for the Wings instead of you.
You're surprised by this?
I am shocked.
We were talking about depth defenseman. Mike Milbury's out there. Currently playing for the Miami Screaming Eagles.
Does he come with shoes?
You have to go back up in the stands to get those. Ed Van Imp, getting older, but a good defensive defenseman. That might not be a bad pickup from Cincinnati. I'll see if he's still around in a few days. And against the Sabres, and a 3-2 win for us. Ted Hampson, first star of the game. So maybe he gets to stay in the lineup for a while. Oakland and Cincinnati. Oakland picking up Willie Lindstrom. Looks like that's the key in that deal. And we got Montreal and their goalie controversy here. See if we can take advantage. Yep, 5-3 win. Esposito gets 3 more assists. So he may take a run at 100 points this year, despite missing those games. Bruins trading veteran Lowell McDonald to Detroit. So Detroit loading up for the Cup run.
Not looking good for you, Jeff.
Well, we're not done yet. Colorado should be a win for, no, 5-2 loss. Norm Ullman still hanging on. 3 points for the Rockies. And wait, I'm not going to make sure I don't go past the trading deadline. March 1st is a trading deadline, so that's next day, and we are there. Minor deal with Houston St. Louis. That's not Brian Bradley from the 80s and Tampa Bay or 90s Lightning. It's the earlier Brian Bradley. So, what is out there particularly?
Well, P-Wog's talking about college hockey moving on. I saw the Ivy League canceled their seasons.
Yep, yeah, ECHL. I think, did we mention that earlier? I was talking to you about it. I don't think we said downstream. ECHL Northern Division has canceled their whole season. So it's going to only be part of a league this year. Yeah, it's a big old mess. Okay, Milbury is one option. Let's just take this down to defenseman because I think I'm happy with my forwards. Rick Pagnuti, who I think we dumped earlier, he's actually put up some pretty good point totals despite being really poorly rated. I think we've watered down the league to that point where that can happen.
Sometimes that's all it needs to do to work.
So Van Impe is actually Cincinnati's captain, but they're trying to move him. He's declining, but I mean, that's a guy I would like to, I'd be able like to have around to put in if we need him in the playoffs, because he's a good, reliable defensive player. The other alternative is Milbury, who's still, he's got 2.5-star potential. He's going to be more expensive. I think I'm going to try for Van Impe. He's still, he's only got 1 year on his deal, so this is definitely a rental. Who do we have that we're not using? Don't want to trade Tiger Williams. Got Rene Drolet, the right wing, who's been in the AHL. No, they may go for that. He's younger than Van Impe at least. And on a 2-year deal. Yep, they're going to do it.
Sweet.
Okay, so I think that's all we really needed to do here. Bob Gassov will go down to get a little more playing time in the minors. Van Impe is on the roster, and we had, he was, Drolet, the guy we traded, was already in the minors, so we don't have to do anything else there. Just going to swap LaRose and Nystrom out for a couple of games to get Nystrom's progress moving again. Was Kuhnhackl 2 stars, 2.5 stars at the start of this game? I think he just got a half star.
He was 2.5 stars. I had him out.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay. So, well, anyhow, he should be playing more than I'm using him. Okay, board confidence. Frank Griffiths thinks that, who's the owner now, thinks this season is a great success, and we're in good shape. Just double check that on job security. Fans very happy. Job security is good. Team chemistry is great. Fantastic. And a few other deals around the league. Not seeing anything. Kind of big. Josh Gravermo is going to Minnesota. And Winnipeg getting a little more defensive depth. Mike McMahon. Stan McHugh get hurt? Out for 7 weeks. Not good for the Hawks. Possibly good for us if we get them in the playoffs.
Well, if we can avoid them, that would be more ideal.
We beat them before, I think. 3-2 win over Kansas City. It was kind of the opposite of the 2 expansion teams this year. We made the expansion draft much too strong last time, so Kansas City is far better than they really should have been. Give Don Mccloud a rare start against Colorado. 1-1 tie, pretty good game. Ted Hampson first star again. And so even though Dennis Hextall is back from suspension, we got to make a choice here. We're going to juggle the lines a bit. Schultz goes in. Schultz goes out. Hextall goes in. How does the AI want to do it? No, I don't want Hextall on the fourth line. That makes sense, I think. Yeah, Hampson on the fourth line. Keep him rested.
Yeah, I like it.
That'll work. Yep.
He won't play too much.
How many games we got left? Game 71, 9 games left in the regular season. 3-3 tie against the Rangers, so we're trying to hang on to that first place spot. And the Bruins with Bobby Orr already injured for quite a while and lose Ted Green for a 9-game suspension. So they're going to lose a little ground here. Easy win over Miami. Hampson with another first star from the fourth line.
Not bad.
And looks like Quebec might be getting ready to replace their general manager.
Guy couldn't draft a team.
Gordie Howe, age 45, still averaging better than a point a game. And a hat trick against the Cincinnati Stingers. So if Gordie Howe gets a regular hat trick, does that make that a Gordie Howe hat trick?
Yes, of course.
5-2 win over the Kings. Had their back up in the net. And we have, whoa, what happened there? St. Louis somehow passed us. Where'd they come from? 5-game winning streak. I thought we had a lead there.
Things change quickly.
Yeah, they've been pretty hot. Look at all the W's down that stretch. They've got 3 games left on. Looks like the season final is against them. We've got 5, so I think we can still get this. But I think we're going to have to play Esposito heavily down the stretch. Hopefully it won't tire him out. And that's not a good start. 1-0 loss to Oakland. And the injury and suspension depleted Bruins up next. 8-1 loss. Oh boy. This is not a good time to go into a slump.
At all.
Fortunately, the Blues are still only a point ahead of us. Okay. If we can't get anything against Colorado here, I'm going to have to juggle the lines more. 4-1 win. That's better. But the Blues won 2, and they're now 3 points up on us, although we've got a game in hand. But we're going to have to, they've got that final game against us. We've got to win against, oh great, it's Detroit. Not great. So we have to win against Gordie Howe tonight. Can we? No, we cannot. 3-2 loss, so we're going to finish second in the division.
Oh.
Yep, and we're 3 points back, so this is basically a meaningless game against St. Louis tonight. So I am not getting anybody hurt in this game. Oh, I still had Nystrom out for LaRose. Don't want to do that. Just going to swap out a couple of guys. I don't want to get injured with people a little lower on the depth chart just to be safe. Mccloud will start. And we do get a 5-2 win against St. Louis. And Ed Van Imp, who playing his first game for us, gets 2 points, which still isn't going to get him into the regular lineup.
But take what you can get.
Yep, so just advance this up to start of the playoffs. I think we've got this set for 12 teams in the playoffs, if I remember right.
I think so, but honestly, Jeff, I don't remember.
Development report, Tiger Williams coming a little farther along. Bob Nystrom still improving. That's good. Kuhnhackl as well. And then the Abrahamson brothers, who we'll probably never use. And Minnesota dumps Lynn Patrick and hires Wild Bill Hunter as their coach. Okay, there we go. We're up to the playoffs. And it looks like we've got Oakland in the first round. Let's see if we got any award nominees. Not for the Hart. Tony Esposito doesn't get one for the Vezina. Oh, Gila Point, possibly a decent shot at the Norris, Bill Height. That's kind of a surprise. Wow, how did he get 61 points? I gotta look at his ratings. That's surprising. And even with the Bruin, with Bobby Orr out, the Bruins still have Boreas Salming, who's
Fills in nicely.
nominee. Yeah. Billy Smith, wow, 76 games for the Stars this year. One Rookie of the Year candidate. Mike Rogers, who was pretty much the only thing the Jets had. And Ron Greschner in Houston. Good year as a defenseman. I've got to think that's going to go to Smith. Did I get a GM of the Year nominee? Nope. Not one of the Selke candidates. Anything else here? Oh, I did get nominated for the Adams Award. I might get Coach of the Year because we kind of turned it around from last year. I think I deserve it.
I'll say nothing.
Oh, thanks. I just want to take a quick look at our stats for the season before we go into the playoffs. Esposito does make 100 points. Looks like Lapointe tailed off a little bit there down the stretch. Leach, 77 points, another career high. Got close to 40 goals. Red Berenson, another solid year. Connolly doing well. I think he started slow. Hedberg, bit of a disappointing season. I thought he'd get more this year, but we're just starting to get into the years where, oh wow, 4-star potential now for him. He was 3-star potential for quite a while. It's good to see.
Take what we can get.
But yeah, I'm liking all that scoring depth we got here. You know, even LaRose playing part-time, 34 points. Carl Brewer's slowing down a bit. But yeah, I think this is good news most of the way through. So how'd the standings wind up? We finished second. Oh yeah, that's right, and it's doing the weird cross-conference thing. So we've got Oakland in the first round, and they were over 500, about 15, 20 points back of us. Richard Brodeur playing backup for them.
Vancouver Canuck legend.
Yeah. Not a lot of scoring up front. Their best player is Craig Ramsey, and he's a better two-way guy than the scorer. Vic Hadfield kind of hanging on. Another... Yeah, this is guys who are mostly second, third liners in real life, so it's not too frightening offensively. And the D is similarly not very impressive. Dave Lewis and Rod Sealing, their best guys there. Okay, I think we can do this. We'll play the game out, though. Oh, Esposito lost a couple of points of heat at the end of the year there. He'd been 5 most of the way, and Ted Hampson gets an early goal.
All right.
Nice start. A good move keeping him rested down the stretch. But George Ferguson, or Norm Ferguson, rather. Both of the first 2 goals of the game went in, or 2 shots of the game went in, for one for each team. Norm Ferguson again. That's not great. Oh, and they've actually got Brodeur starting in goal.
Interesting.
Who has a good big games rating from what I remember. Have DeMarco, 3-1 Oakland. This is not good. Oh God, this isn't one of those one-game series. Did I make it one game? Tell me I changed that.
Don't remember, Jeff, to be honest.
I really hope I changed that. I think I changed that. Because we're struggling at the moment. Crank up the attacking and see if we can get something back. Come on, guys. Not getting anything past Brodeur. We're gonna get something here. Back and forth. Red Berenson gets us within 1 with 5 minutes left. Can we tie it? We might. Going back and forth. Yep, Phil Esposito. So I will drop that attacking strategy down a little bit more. Back to where it was. And we're going to go into overtime at least. And Reggie Lee from Phil Esposito, 4-3. Big comeback there. Now let's hope I actually didn't change that, and that was the end of the series.
We shall find out soon enough.
No, it is not. I did change it. No, we did do that right. It's a best of 3.
Okay.
So this one can finish them off. Same lineup since they managed to, whoops, don't want to sim it. And they're going to go with Brodeur again. Would be nice if we could get Esposito warmed up a little bit more. And the goalies are playing a little better in this one off the start. We've got 11 shots on Brodeur, nothing in yet. And the second, still a big shot advantage for us. Although they're narrowing it as we took a couple of penalties there, coming down towards the end of the second. 20 minutes to go, still tied 0-0. We can't get anything on the power play there. Got another power play and did nothing with that either. Hedberg gets it. And we lost, oh no, we lost Jerry Korab, tore his ACL on that play, but on the, what may be the game-winning goal with 2 minutes to go. And it was, that ends the series, but we lose one of our best defensemen.
Oh, not looking good.
Gone for 6 months, so he's going to be gone till, oh, maybe not even till the beginning of next season. So that trade for Van Imp is looking much better right now. I'm glad we did that. And we'll call Bouchard back, or call Gassoff back up, rather. And as long as we're down there, I'm going to grab Eddie Joyal, too, who I don't think played at all for us this year, but he's still at 2 stars, so decent depth guy, although he apparently had a terrible year in minors.
Sometimes it's about finding that happy medium.
Yep. Okay, on to the next round. So we got the Flyers in the next round. What happened? Now, Toronto knocks off Chicago, who is probably still missing Mikita. Kansas City over Pittsburgh. And the defending champion Kings got taken to 3 games by the Rangers, but made it out of that. So Toronto, Detroit, LA, St. Louis, Kansas City, Boston, and us in Philadelphia. What's on Philadelphia? Pretty good goaltending. Dan Bouchard, and backed up by Gilles Villemure. Brad Park, their captain, 5-star defenseman, so that's who the team's built around. Rick Martin up front, 50-goal year. Pitt Martin and Mike Bolton in the middle. They got depth in the middle, but no big standout center, and not really that many great wingers. Looks like their best one after Martin is Gene Carr, so not a lot of scoring depth there. But definitely better than what we were just up against in Oakland. So let's see if, yeah, Esposito heated up a little bit more. That's good news. And I think this is a best of 7 series now.
Okay, taking a look, this draft is actually pretty good, Jeff.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Who's near the top?
Randy Carlisle, Dave Taylor, Mike Lute, Fedorenko, Morris Lukowicz.
Back and forth here. We got a 2-1 lead over Philadelphia halfway through the first.
There's
Still,
some
that's the
players.
top of the round. But what's it looking like once you get down to the end of the first round where we're going to be picking? Philadelphia ties it up.
There's two star guys
Okay, well, basically what we got last year then, back and forth. I think we're going to, yeah.
with the amount of guys we. Do we have a first and second round pick? I don't even know.
I think we
yes,
got
we
both.
do.
Yeah.
And so we probably get a 1.5 star guy in round 2 too. So.
Yeah, Maloney ties it up for us. So halfway through the game, right back for the Flyers, 4-3. Esposito looking a little shaky in this one.
Oh, Jeff, you get your perfect guys. You can draft Paul Holmgren and Bruce Boudreau in this draft.
5-3 Flyers. Not great.
Or maybe Rick Bonus.
Yeah, we get back within one. Going to press a little more offensively. But that goes the other way on us. Marshall Johnston, another future coach, makes it 6-4 Flyers. And that runs down. Not a fantastic game. It's probably going to... No, didn't take any heat off Esposito. Fortunately, we got lucky there. So try this lineup again against Philadelphia. If that doesn't work out, make some switches. Wow, that was a quick goal. Rick Martin, 26 seconds in.
Not a great start.
And Tony Esposito is picking a really bad time to start struggling. 2-0 Flyers. 3, no, is it going to be 3? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 3. Rick Martin, 3-0. And Bouchard on the other end is, oh, come on. 4-0. Oh, God, 5-0. What's happening? And the AI actually pulled Mccloud at that point. I'm not watching any more of this. Cement. 9-1 final.
Ouch.
So we kind of desperately need to make some changes here. When Advantageous managed to get himself suspended for 5 games during that, in the middle of the playoffs. Well done. You're supposed to be the depth guy. So Gassoff goes in, but I don't want him. Gonna put. Wait, why is his role screener? That's no good. Has he been playing with that all year? Oops.
Playing with what? Sorry.
Gassoff, the defenseman, had his role set the screener for some reason. I missed that. Okay.
That might explain why Esposito's not playing well.
Yeah, probably didn't help if one of his defensemen was trying to go to the other end of the ice. And we get an early goal in Game 3. Dave Dunn. But Esposito hands it right back. 1-1. Out shooting the Flyers badly. And I really don't want to go down 3-0 in this. But they get the next goal, and René Robert gets injured on top of that. Red Berenson tying it up, though. Halfway through the game, 2-2, 27-7 in shots for us. So it's been one-sided, but again, we got the goaltending problem.
I don't really know if it's a problem. It's just they're not making saves.
That's kind of a problem if it's your goalie.
No. This is 1970s hockey, Jeff. You're confused.
And Phil Esposito finally gets going. Makes it 3-2. think we might be able to squeeze this one out. What time did we start this, by the way? I think we got about 10 minutes to go, right? 3-2-1 win game 3.
I mean, Jeff, we're not obligated for anything.
True.
Let's be clear.
So you're telling me play until I get knocked out?
Well, if that's the next game, then yes.
Oh, ye of little faith. Okay, Robert.
I can't cheat you away to every Stanley Cup.
No idea what you're talking about. Okay, that's a little bit different, but I'm going to go with that because we're not doing great at this point. How's the other series going? Wings up 3-0 over Toronto, about to finish that off in St. Louis over the defending champion Kings 3-0. And the other one is 3-0 too, Bruins over Kansas City. So everybody's going to be done before us. See if we can even this series up. Back in Vancouver. But Brad Park, first goal of the series. Hasn't been doing that much for the Flyers, but gets them ahead there. And they're out shooting us badly this time. They've turned that around from the previous game. And Claude LaRose back in the lineup. Gets one for us to tie it. We're catching up on shots at least. Although Dan Bouchard's up to 5 flames now, so he is red hot. Tied 1. Oh, no. Oh, come on. 1 second left. Gary Monahan, they picked him up in the trade, I remember a few weeks ago. Gets a goal with 1 second left in the second to give him a 2-1 lead going into the third. We need to get that back. Oh, and Chuck Arneson going back the other way. I thought we were going to get one there, but 3-1 Flyers. Oh, Guy Lapointe gets us back within 1. Good news. Can't be taking penalties at that point. Oh, we're going to get another, yep. Dennis Hextall ties it up with minute 52 left.
Ooh, Hextall coming through key.
And we're into overtime. We could really use a goal here. Come on, come on. Shots going back and forth. Nothing happening yet. Oh, something's going to happen. Claude LaRose with another one. Second goal of the game from Kuhnhackl and Berenson. And we have tied the series at 2.
Ooh.
And did any of the other ones finish off? Yep, Detroit finished off the Leafs 4-0. Blues, Kings took a game from the Blues and the Scouts from the Bruins, so those are still going. But we're going to try and take the lead here. Ooh, I probably should have checked fatigue levels before going into that. Although we jumped out shot lead, but Philadelphia gets the first goal. Mike Walton, who was briefly a Canuck in the late 70s. But Phil Esposito evening it up. Shot total's looking a little bit lower this game.
Well, they would have to be.
Yeah, looks like Tony Esposito heated up a little. Just as soon as I say that, Rick Martin gets a goal and makes it 2-1 Flyers. And back in fourth pit, Martin, no relation to Rick, makes it 3-1, but we get it right back. Reggie Leach, 3-2. Couple minutes left in the third. And I'm going to go into the third down by 1 goal. Still down by one, halfway through the third. Start pushing the offense a little bit more. Come on, need a goal here. Oh, I'm going to go the wrong way, I think. Well, Chuck Arneson got hurt for the Flyers on that at least, but they are now up by 2. Oh, Esposito gets one with 1:05 left and the extra skater out. But not good enough. 4-3 win for the Flyers. They're up 3-2, and we can only lose one more. LA won another one against St. Louis and Kansas City against Boston, so both of those series are still going now. Fatigue is 100% across the board. That's fine. Okay, need a win here at home, and Andre Dupont opening the up. Minute and a half in, makes it 1-0 for us. Holding the lead so far. And Bob Nystrom. Second year makes it 2-0. I had the cup-winning goal in 1980, I think it was. 3-0 for us as Berenson gets that one. Comfortable lead halfway through the second. Getting outshot, but up 3-0 going into the third period. Be nice if we could hang on to the shutout here. I shouldn't have said that. Although that's a goal for us, Guy Lapointe, making it 4-0. And, yep, I blew the shutout. Brian Lefley, 4-1 for us over the Flyers, but I think we can hang on to this and force the game 7.
I don't know.
3 minutes left, 2-1.
Hard time for something to go wrong.
Nope, we made out of that just fine. 4-1 win. And Esposito hits five flames just in time. Rene Robert is almost back. What's going on in the other series? Oh, both of the other series after the Blues and Bruins were up 3-0. The other teams have won 3 in a row, and they're now going into Game 7 too. So we may yet get a tired opponent in this round. Robert's hurt, and 80, that's... I mean, he's better than the other alternatives, but Hampson's been playing well. So is Hextall. I'm going to leave that as it is for them for Game 7, and Robert's going to sit that one out. So we do get into the next round, we're going to need him. I think the home team has won every game in this series so far. But we get the first goal here in Philadelphia. And the second as well. Esposito making it 2-0. Off to a good start, and we're really out shooting them, although they just got a couple there. That's still a healthy lead in shots as we approach the end of the first. We get another one. Esposito again. Coming through in the clutch. 3-0. Healthy lead at the end of the first period. Took a couple of penalties there, but made it out fine. And Reggie Lee making it 4-0. Starting to put this one almost out of reach. So might be looking at the first road win of the series, and yeah, it's really looking likely now because Berenson just made it 5-0.
All right.
Back and forth. Is that no? I thought they were going to get one, but it's Jim Watson 6-0. So I think we showed up for Game 7 here. Clock ticking down. They've actually pulled Bouchard. Gilles Villemure in, and Esposito gets a hat trick for and blows the shutout, unfortunately. John Marks getting a goal to make it 7-1, but we have this one. Oh, they're going to get a late one. Mike Walton makes it 7-2. Doesn't matter. There's only a minute. Oh, come on. Another one. Rick Martin again, 7-3. Okay. That wasn't great at the end, but 7-3 win. I think we could have afforded to give up a few goals there. Phil Esposito with a 5-point game in Game 7. Ed Van Imp back from suspension. That's good. Rene Robert almost back as well. And who we got in the next round? The Blues did hang on against LA, so they're playing Detroit. And the Bruins, yeah, those. So neither team was able to complete the comeback, and we got the Bruins in the next round. Tell me Orr's still gone for a while. Orr's day-to-day now, so they may have him back before this is over. And Green is back from his suspension. That's a scary team. Bernie Parent in goal, too. Think I should keep going?
I think that's probably a good spot to end it.
Okay, we'll wind up there. I think, well, that's, and we may, just given the way the timing is, this next time out may wind up being the last stream of this game we do. So it would be nice to go out with a cup there, wouldn't it?
We'll have to find out, Jeff.
Okay, so I'll just switch to our playoff stats. We can see how we're doing there. And you want to sign off?
Sure. So, thank you very much for tuning into another Franchise Hockey Manager stream. We typically stream every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. All of our streams are archived on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/OOTP Developments as well. You can also reach out to us on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. On Twitter, we're at Franchise Hockey. You can also find a link to our official Discord in our Twitter bio. You, of course, can also come down to our official website, which is ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner, which will bring you to our official forums. We can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager, Out of the Park Baseball, Perfect Team, or anything else you wish to discuss. It's also a great place to sign up for our newsletter, because you never know when news may come in.
Yep.
Jeff, did I miss anything?
No, obviously some news going to be coming out fairly soon. We're just winding up the, crossing the T's, dotting the I's for the FH7 announcement. So have to get a few approvals and get a couple of things done, but that's going to be coming soon. And what else? So yeah, we're next week is American Thanksgiving, if I remember correctly. So Black Friday, which inevitably means a Steam sale. So if you don't have the game yet, you may want to keep your eyes on that. So again, thank you for coming out. We'll be back next week, I think, with Adam's Minnesota Wild game. Where were we in that one?
October? I don't even remember. November, I think.
Yeah, I think still
fairly
early
early
in the season, but still looking good and getting near the end of that run too. So
Yep.
maybe one of your last chances to see that game. So thanks again for coming out, and we will see you back here next week.